I lost all respect for LeBron James. Let's get into the video.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. Yes, we're missing my usual intro, but this is also not a regular episode. It's been a few days since the Los Angeles Lakers were kicked out of the playoffs by the Minnesota Timberwolves. But this video I actually wanted to make a few weeks prior, didn't get to make it. But now let's talk about LeBron James. The title of this video might sound harsh, but I'll explain without hate.
LeBron fans, stop calling everybody a hater. That points out facts. Any kind of criticism towards LeBron James doesn't mean that we hate him. It means that we're critiquing him. Nobody can afford critique. You exist, you're gonna get it. And the bigger you are and the more popular you are, the more of it you get. So we're not haters for pointing out things that are criticism, if I can say it like that. Anyways, let's just keep going. Start it for a second.
I would explain where this guy should never ever belong in the GOAT conversation, and to you hardcore LeBron James fans who already disliked the video because he spoke against my hero, which partly understand, if you take the time to listen, maybe 1 out of a million my video algorithm watch couple of LeBron James things blasted my account with videos of him throughout his entire career, seen so much of LeBron of the past 10 years, which made me think about how is it possible that people even
Guys, come on. I know I'll be benched right away if I was walking like that on defense. Come on. Effort.
consider this guy to be in the conversation, to say positive things first.
Come on, man.
Of course, he is a great basketball player, and of course he has a sensation of body. The longevity is crazy.
I'm not buying the longevity thing. Is overblown because if you're walking back like that on defense, you're saving a lot of energy to pad your stats. At the end of the day, basketball is offense and defense, not just offense. And I've noticed a lot of players are trying to imitate LeBron James. There's a lot of players averaging triple doubles, and it all seems to be the case that these players are not good defenders. Luka, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. Westbrook might show more effort than a lot of those other guys, but most of them are not good defenders. Jokic is another one. The triple double people.
I get all that. I would never take that away from that guy. However, what I don't understand is how can you put somebody in the conversation that is lacking so many of the attributes that somebody put him in the greatest of all time conversation?
They put him in there because of stats. That's it. Because of stats and because of the fact that I played for 20 plus years. That's why. But if we dive in deeper, can you really say he's better than everyone else? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'll give him top 5, but he's not better than a lot of players. He's not better than 4 other players.
It actually makes sense to call it GOAT anymore because I think it takes away from the true meaning greatest of all time. If the criteria is that somebody could be having so many flaws that you would still put him in that conversation, then I start to second guess opinions of basketball fans.
Yeah, legit. What are we basing it off? Stat sheets? It needs to be a combination of everything, and there needs to be context with the discussion as well. You know? For example, for LeBron, he came out of high school, he was drafted on a bad team, the coach gave him the green light. So from day one, he had the green light. if it was Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bryant, and a lot of those guys in that time when coaches didn't play any young people, then they wouldn't have had the opportunity to stuff stats. You know what I mean? So we need to look at everything, not just stats. There needs to be more to the discussions. Because if you're a LeBron fan and you're picking and choosing the things he's great at to make the argument, and ignoring all the flaws, then what is this discussion about? You know what I mean? People mention efficiency, but turning the ball over and missing free throws is part of that. You know what I mean? So they're picking and choosing areas he's better at to make their arguments. Legit. And when they say efficiency, he's 6'9" and he's not a guard. So he's closer to the basket. Is it easier to make a layup or a jump shot? Right? So when we make the efficiency argument, it shouldn't be to players that are not in the same position. Compared to the other small forwards, do you really think he's the most efficient? Do you think he rebounds the most and scores the most compared to other small forwards? So we need to make these discussions with more context, not just picking and choosing categories to make my guy look better.
I'm sorry. The thing is, and look, I'm the greatest Jordan fan. I know it. But I also accept somebody says, for example, or whatever, I disagree, but I understand where they come from and there are some cases can be made. But if we're talking about the greatest of all time and we allow to have somebody in there who is flopping like crazy, and believe me, if you are tough enough to watch the video till the end, I have put down some clips.
How do you look at this and have respect? There's a level of integrity you gotta have as well, and there's a level of responsibility you have to inspire other people. Is this inspirational? What do you really learn from him? Honestly. Like, he has the Mind of the Game podcast or whatever. What do you really learn from him? Trying to rewrite history. You're not teaching anyone anything, but making excuses, belittling your past teammates, missing your teammates' Hall of Fame ceremonies, and there's a number of things. Like, if I'm his teammate and I hear that, I'm pissed. How does someone like that make you better? How come Luka and Austin Reeves are like having career highs in averages when he's not on the floor? How come every single superstar that played with him lost what they had before? Because they were trying to adjust to him, because he's the system. That doesn't make players better. But his fans cannot see that. They can't. They can't see that. A player that is great can play in any system. A player that has a lot of flaws needs to be the system. If you put this guy in the triangle office, he will not succeed. If you put him in any, you wouldn't succeed. He needs to be the primary ball handler. He needs to be the person with the ball in their hands the whole game. Dribbling at the shot clock. Pick and roll the whole game. He's not versatile. It's a myth. I know I would hate to play with someone that dribbles the ball the whole possession, and I'm forced to sit around the corner to wait for a pass to shoot a three.
Clips just from the past couple of years. If we accept somebody who is flopping, pretending that he's hurting all the time. So taken away from the, hey, the toughest, I'm a Superman on court, actually somebody playing weak, cheating. If that's part of being the greatest of all time, somebody who travels all the time because he apparently doesn't have the perfect fundamentals. If we don't care about that, okay, Then that's the second thing the second then, and this is what I don't understand. That guy has 4 championships in 22 years.
Yeah, legit. And one of them is in a bubble. You guys really count that? The Mickey Mouse Championship with no fans, with no traveling, with nothing. You guys count that? I'm surprised the NBA even happened that year. That was the COVID year. No adversity. You face a Miami Heat team without all their players in the bubble. Like, are we really counting that? Goodness.
I'm a math expert, but that means that not even every 5 years he wins a title. How in the world is that a great accomplishment if you were, and that's a fact, 4 titles in 22 years, and you had to change teams to get the easy route? You had to put yourself in a situation with multiple superstars.
Legit. Multiple superstars. Like, I don't know how you get Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Those guys were like the some of the top players in their conference, and he had them on his team. What other power forward in the East at the time was better than Chris Bosh? What? There was Kevin Garnett there, and who else? What other shooting guard was better than Dwayne Wade in the East at the time? Right? And then go over to the West. You have Anthony Davis. He's one of the best two-way players in the game. If he's on the floor, of course. That's another video, another topic. Luka. Austin Reeves. He just had a 50-point game recently. They have Westbrook on your team. Carmelo. Dwight Howard. I don't know how you get that much and don't do anything with it. There's never enough help for that guy. There's never enough help.
You can win a championship with your franchise. You actually went the easy way. How in the world can you put somebody like that in the conversation?
And the thing for him is he was healthy most of the years he played. So there's no excuse. Didn't battle anything, any major injury, so he was always there. You always had opportunities. You were in the weak conference for most of your career. That is why I went to the finals the most. That is why I went to the finals the most, because you're in a weak conference.
LeBron Jameson, NBA James.
Ow.
No good. And a foul. James is down is down.
Man.
The Fugo on DiVenzo for the 3rd time on the island. Dante Devin Chino. Oh.
How do you watch this video and have respect? You just can't. We need to look past stats because it doesn't tell the whole story. Let your teammate get dunked on. Being talented, being the biggest, strongest, fastest doesn't mean anything. He has everything a player could want. Everything. Everything. He needs to retire, man. We're tired of this, man. Just leave. Just, please go.
Seed about death with your face
I
elbow, man, but watch this.
Just go. We're tired of this. We're tired.
Then you got watch the softness of the lead and
We're never go back. Look at
she
kid.
gets up as quick as she can. Let's play some basketball.
She's tough. Yeah. Nice. Great job, Caitlin Clark. Let's see LeBron now.
Then you got watch the softness of the lead in this man in general.
Can't do it, man. Can't do it. I don't think LeBron fans can watch this whole video. I don't think.
Oh, you got a little come on, dude. You got a little contact, dude. Watch himself. Like, dude, it ain't like that. You didn't. Oh my god.
You know, I remember many years ago when Kobe became the all-time leading person in terms of missed field goals, right? And I remember how people were saying, "Oh, he sucks," and all these things in the book. I don't hear a word about LeBron, who's gonna be have the most missed field goals, the most turnovers, the most losses in the playoffs, the most losses in the finals. I don't see anybody saying he's a loser. I'll see people saying, "Oh, but he played for a long time." But I didn't hear the same thing when it came to other players. And I didn't hear anybody calling Kareem Abdul-Jabbar the best player ever when he led the NBA in all-time scoring for the last 30 years. Maybe it's not 30, but you get the gist. Anyways.
Come on. Look at this LBJ Clippers game. No contact at all, but look what he does. Alright, he's crying for a foul. Now, I know you got... He's complaining.
I can't watch the whole video. Sorry, folks, I cannot watch the whole video. Anyways, let me know your thoughts. Am I going over the board? How can you have respect for this guy when you see this? We need to look at more than just stats, because stats don't tell the whole story. Different eras have different difficulties, and because of that, we cannot just plug and play, saying that if this player played in the 90s, he would do this. If that player did this, this will happen. We need to respect every era, and we need to stop diminishing others to uplift others, like LeBron fans tend to do. Unfortunately, he is a great player, but he just has way too many flaws to be considered the best ever. Anyways, that's it for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more reaction videos. God bless. I'll see you in the next video.